Set to serve to get us started. Hua and Linn were able to beat Christina Barker and Christina Shiflett. They needed 3 games to do it, though, in the semifinals. Meanwhile, Lorelei Singsank and Kirsten Pappas were able to dispatch Rachel Roney and Beanie Wethington 11-4, 11-8. So maybe a little bit fresher for Singsank and Pappas. Yeah, Singsank would love to get another look at that one.
That's
it will
so
become point one, 102.
When it's right there, it's so tough to keep it flat and not just come down hard on the ball.
And rough start at the net for Singsank and now her partner Pappas. 2-0-2 for Linn and Hua.
We'll bring it up because we brought it up earlier in the broadcast. You do have a righty-lefty, Singsank and Pappas, so that center should be shored up overall.
Having a little trouble with our score bug there. We got the wrong team with the 3, but it is 3-0-2. Linn and Hua with the lead as Singsank able to get the side out. So it's best of 3, all games to 11. As Singsank will serve. We'll see if it's a benefit to Pappas and Singsank. They spent a ton of time on this court last night. Granted, it was singles, and all these players are used to big stages and pressure moments at this level, but nonetheless, they have had more match time out on Sketcher Stadium Court 1. Not so far, though, as a rapid side out. Back the other way, Linn and Hua leading 3-0-1.
And a couple of self-inflicted errors so far, keeping it at 3-0. Singsank and Pappas hitting the net more than their opponents.
Sarah Hua played tennis at Lehigh University. That up in the state of Pennsylvania. And Hua a little wide as she had to stretch out for that attempt. So side out, back the other way. 0-3-1. You see Singsank representing Gearbox today. Selkirk for her partner Pappas, and there's the first point for our top 2 medalists in Women's Open singles a night ago.
Interesting form from Singsank, the way she leaned into that ball instead of letting the ball come to her. It certainly helped keep that trajectory on a downward trajectory toward the feet, which is always what you prefer to have happen.
So 2-3-1. A couple of points scored on the Singsank serve. Nice deep serve there. Got a short return, and Pappas knew just what to do with that. So 3 points answered by a mini run of 3 points, and we're square at 3. Opening game, best of 3, Women's Open's doubles final gold medal match. Great shot there from Hua, and some emotion for the first time from her partner, Monica Linn.
Really good recovery, too, because on the previous one, Hua was disappointed that she got caught up here in her shoulder area. Way to recover and get the point.
Lorelei smiling as she usually is, despite sending it back on the side out. Talking to Lorelei a little bit today, as that's an easy point for Linn and Hua. 4-3, they have the lead. 4-3-1, Linn serving. Oh, ATP, a little too sharp, and Pappas knew it as Singsank went into defense mode there. 5-3-1.
I didn't say it. I didn't get a chance to say it like I wanted to in the men's match we just watched, but how crazy is it the sport of pickleball has evolved to where the ATP is so common? It used to be something that you always put on the highlight reel. Now it's another ATP, big deal. It's part of the strategy now. It's really impressive.
Yeah, the ATP and the Ernie for that matter. 5-3-2. Pappas dumped that shot. You won't see that very often from Kirsten.
Still too many of those chances are being taken away by themselves, Singsank and Pappas.
6-3-2. And Hua misfired but gets away with it. And Singsank misfires and does not get away with it. 7-3-2 in this opening game. Again, best of 3, and a timeout will be taken by Singsank and Pappas. So Linn and Hua off to a strong start as they chase gold here at the Lismore Associates Pickleball Resolution, playing 2 of 3 to decide ladies gold back in 30 seconds.
How many times you get knocked down? Hell, you got to get up off the turf. Back pain, knee pain, you name it, I had it. But when I walked into the Good Feet store and got fitted for arch support, I feel so much better. Very little pain in my back. I feel no pain in my knee. It is nothing like it. No matter who you are, whatever position you hold, in some way, we can help somebody. And that's what the Good Feet store does. They help you keep going with life.
Sarah Hua dancing around trying to keep the momentum going, leading 7-3-2 in game 1. And the tape sends it long for the side out, 3-7-1. Well, it's interesting. You know, you look into both of these players' journeys. Sarah Hua, certainly off the tennis background, has professional aspirations. Monica Linn, I'm sure, does as well. But Monica Linn already a bit deeper into her professional career off the court, a CPA for Navy Federal Credit Union. She hails from Northern Virginia up in Arlington. Well, you win the prize money, and then you know where to file it for your taxes.
That's right. She's got a leg up on me, that's for sure, as far as being able to do that on her own and for others. Don't come to me with that.
Rapid side out. Linn on the serve, 7-3-1, make it 8-3-1 for Linn and Hua.
The third opponent for Pappas, the net, is becoming a bigger issue than Linn or Hua.
And Pappas. Oh, Pappas got a little flat-footed there as her partner Singsank tried to cross, and that led the alley down the line. 9-3-1. And another timeout taken by Singsank and Pappas. So the strategy that they had coming into this gold medal match has, to this point, not worked as they had hoped, Joe, and they weren't able to regroup with that first timeout. They'll take the second. You see some of the coaching being received there, primarily by Kirsten Pappas, but also a little bit by Singsank. Mentioning, I was talking to Lorelei a little earlier. Great idea by Joe to have a shirt from the tournament signed by all of our initial medalists here in the Liz Moore & Associates Pickleball Resolution, and frame that, hang it up for posterity's sake. Forgot to get Lorelei to do it last night. She followed over Mark Hartney, who signed it and put a message to PPBRVA. Thank you, was all that message. And Lorelei said, would you excuse me if I just signed it? I'm not feeling all that creative right now.
Not creative enough for a thank you?
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's because she was just about to start playing, and she kind of I bothered her at the worst possible time. So my
she has a great personality. We found that out yesterday for sure. She's fantastic.
All right, that's Linn. Monica Linn, Arlington, putting it in play, 9-3-1. Best action we've seen on a point yet. Oh, man. Linn and Hua could never get up to the line, but winds up not mattering. Kind of the story of game 1. Unforced error from Singsank.
What a fantastic point, though. Great court coverage by all 4 players. That's what you tuned in for.
10-3-1. Fine shot by Singsank using the aid of the tape. 10-3-2. Hua trying to put away game 1. Look out. Yeah, I was going to say, look out. Little looper there, and Hua had all kinds of options. It was all Hua and Linn in game 1. We'll flip ends and see if Singsank and Pappas can force us to a game 3, or if Linn and Hua will be taking the inaugural gold in women's doubles. 2-minute timeout, game 2, women's open doubles gold medal match continues from Performance Pickleball RVA.
Drove about an hour just to check it out. It's an awesome indoor facility. Really good place for, it seems like all levels can jump in and play.
Looks great. Lots of people, bubbling of activity, lots of fun.
The surface is really good. Everything, I love it.
One-stop shop, right? We got the bar, we got the restaurant, we got the weights, we got a ping pong table. I mean, you got showers. I mean, you come here, you can spend a day here and not get bored. It's just a great experience.
I have no idea what I would do without Neighbor Force. This is my mother, and she's been using Neighbor Force for about 5 years.
About 5 years, yes.
And it has been a lifesaver.
Hey pickleballers, do you have aging parents or know people that do? Well, Neighbor Force could be the answer if you need just a little bit of extra help. No contracts, 1 hour minimum. We are definitely the people to call. Or are you looking to get involved in your community? Being a neighbor at Neighbor Force could be the answer. We would not conflict with your pickleball matches. You can work whenever you want. It's almost like volunteering with a paycheck.
Neighbor Force is the bomb.
Singsank and her partner, Kirsten Pappas, trying to get back into this Women's Open's gold medal match. But it was all Hua and Linn, just like that in game one. Rapid side out. Monica Linn, Sarah Hua. Mentioned they did drop a game in the semifinals. Pappas and Singsank did not. Linn and Hua have played determined pickleball thus far since taking to the Skechers Stadium courts. And they continue to do so. Excellent roll drop there, 1-0.
What's really tough to think as far as what should be changed for Singsank and Pappas is just their own errors. They're not even talking about what they have to do to combat something that Hua and Linn are doing. They've got to be better at just getting the ball back across the net. Give themselves a chance.
And take advantage of the points where they had the advantage, like this one right here. And they do. There it is from Pappas. A couple of points in that opening game where Singsank and Pappas had set themselves up and just failed to close it off. So 1-0-2. Oh, wow. Running Ernie from Monica Linn coming right into our broadcast location. And you are a welcome guest, Monica. That was awesome.
That was fantastic.
2-0-2. That is such a deadly shot in pickleball where you got the knees bent, you're anchored in, what you think is going to be a dink battle, and that surprise little flip lob will give you fits. 3-0-2.
So impressive, too, to be able to pull back the power to still drop it in play after you just hit a hard shot and a speed up. So credit where it's due with Hua, and once again, a slow start for Singsank and Pappas.
And a timeout taken as the tape-aided drive leads to 4-0-2. We'll rest on that score for 30 seconds. Linn and Hua rolling towards gold in Richmond.
Good.
.402. Monica Linn serving. And the rhythm just hasn't been there thus far in the gold medal match for Singsank and Pappas. A lot of the credit goes to Linn and Hua, but some uncharacteristic, unforced errors as well. Not there, though, as Singsank closes the middle.
Yeah, that's big. I know it only seems like one moment, if you will, but it could be one that leads to more. They just have to be able to capitalize on it.
0-4-1. Oh, Linn is lethal.
That's what we get for talking about being a righty and a lefty, and the center is going to be covered. Not that time.
0-4-2. And as I mentioned, that's uncharacteristic from Kirsten Pappas. She knows it. You can gotten to know Kirsten well enough to know that expression. It's kind of disbelief.
Yeah, we didn't see that yesterday. Even in a losing effort in a gold medal match, we talked on the broadcast about how unflappable and the emotion wasn't there. And now you're seeing it because it's an emotion of frustration.
A little emotional frustration from Hua there. I'm not sure why. That was a nearly impossible ATP, but her expectations of herself are much higher than you or I. 4-0-2. Stay on that score on the side out. Again, just looking around here at PPB RVA. Fans all throughout the venue. Got mixed doubles is packed bracket in the open division again tomorrow. We've also got some skill-rated brackets going on right now. Have to check in here on how Lee Warfield and his new partner, Scott Steinauer, are doing here in just a moment.
What a great battle of endurance. Pappas and Singsank never made it past the no man's land area of the court and still find a way to get on the board. Excellent. Could be the beginning of something big for them.
And it's the beginning of at least a 2-point run for Singsank and Pappas. And we have learned better, Joe, than to draw any conclusions before these matches are over. We've seen a number of them turn on a dime. However,
it is a good recipe, for Hua and Linn to keep pushing them back if you can. Keep them back there. They're not always going to win those long rallies.
That was just a great shot from Monica Linn.
It sure was.
Singsank hustled over and realized she really had no options. So 4-2-1 was not the start of something big there. Doesn't mean it won't be, but Sarah Hua, a collegiate tennis player. And, you know, it's so interesting, Joe. We talk all the time about how rapidly pickleball is evolving and growing, and the tennis players making the conversion. I think that's just begun. You know, right now we're getting kind of the tennis players that have topped out in tennis and now coming over. You wonder if you might get some of the tennis players that have achieved that top level of tennis and what would happen if they start migrating over.
Yeah, I think it's a foregone conclusion in my mind that will happen, and we will see it progress. You'll see him a little bit younger. You know, Jack Sock is one good example that comes to mind at the moment. It's going to continue to trickle down a little bit more, especially as long as you can prove that pickleball is here to stay, and it's something that can make some money. That's always what agents and tours are interested in as well. So I definitely believe that those that kind of know that they're not going to be winning Wimbledon or the U.S. Open consistently will be making that switch earlier in their careers.
6-2-2. Hua coming straight at you. 7-2-2. Yeah, I totally agree with everything that you just said. And I also think you're going to start seeing more of what the story was from Jaden Broderick. He's not a tennis player converted to pickleball. He was a kid that picked it up at 15 because his parents taught him the game. Time out on the court, but we'll keep it right here. And that's what's going to happen, because guess who was playing that older set? Guess what they have? Right. Kids and grandkids that are going to learn the game at a younger age.
We had a gold medalist yesterday on the younger side.
Steph Bubelak,
yes,
my man, 4-0. Yes. Called it 19 plus. I said anything plus because he's 14 years of age. Had a great talk with his dad. Congratulations to Steph. He's one of our youngsters here, one of our younger members at Performance. Great performance by him. So again, the timeout taken by Singsank and Pappas as Linn and Hua continue to have their way in this women's doubles open gold medal match. Oh, if that would have found the line, I think Singsank may have Lost it a bit there, but it wandered wide. And Lorelei Singsank, Kirsten Pappas served down 2-7. What a pickup by Hua. That lob from Hua just turned that point.
She's found the limit of this ceiling of not hitting it. It seems like it's going so close to it and it's going to hit it, but it doesn't. She's figured that out. Good poach.
Poach from Singsank and dual shots from Lorelei and Kirsten. 3-7-2. Four 7-2.
Credit there to Singsank and Pappas, both of them knowing that's going to be out, leaving it. You're down this much, you think you might have to go for everything, but still making the right decisions here.
Singsank went for a little too much there on the driving pass. 7-4-1. Linn Hua with a game. Linn and Hua with a game in pocket. Oh, what a lunging get from Pappas. And Pappas, there's that Pappas smile. She couldn't believe she just got to that. 7-4-2.
Still finding a way to surprise yourself is a nice thing about life.
Singsank, step around Ernie. And Linn, the dagger, 8-4-2. Some interesting positioning there on that point. Singsank did a nice job stepping over, taking a ball that allowed Pappas to get back to the line, but ultimately to no avail.
Yeah, and give credit to Hua and Linn for having varied shots and making sure that you can't just stand there at the kitchen and make it a drill. This is a gold medal match. This is a real deal.
You see the most emotion you'll ever see from Kirsten Pappas there. And she's not used to being on this side of lopsided margins like this. 9-4. Off the Hua serve. And Monica Linn played so wonderfully.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and again, it's nitpicking, but you nitpick at this level. And as well as Sarah Hua and Monica Linn are playing, two opportunities there for Hua to follow a lob in an attacking fashion, staying back to see what was coming, cost her that point.
Yeah, it definitely feels like that is just a part of her arsenal and part of her game. Some people revert to the lob when they're in trouble because it's all you have left. She's purposefully doing it to try to set something else up.
And the thing was, she did set something else up. It came back soft. Had she come up off the lob, she would have had a put away. This time, Linn takes care of the put away. 5-9-2 in game two. 9-5-1.
That point, a microcosm of how things have gone so far for Singsank and Pappas. They're in control of the point until right there at the very end. They just find the tape.
Linn stepped in there. Pappas, great pickup, and a little help. A rollover. She'll take it. They've needed it here in the second game. Linn saying, don't worry, did everything right, just didn't work out. Like a river beat in Texas Hold'em. And ask Jimbo Peterson about that later. Oh, misfire, a little over-eager. So 5-9-1 coming back to the serve of Kirsten Pappas. 5-9-1, Pappas. And 6-9-1.
Yeah, good job by Singsank to just get that one back over. She does put herself in a susceptible position when she always seems to be wanting to go for that scorpion, so the ball doesn't come down at the feet of Hua. It comes right back to her chest. But they still survive that point. Unfortunately, not on this one.
Sarah Hua able to send that at the shins. 6-9-2. Massive point if Singsank, Pappas are going to complete this comeback, and too many of those. And Kirsten Pappas apologized to Singsank there. So, sorry, good playing. 9-6-1. Singsank, southpaw smash. 9-6-2. Not ready to concede defeat yet. Hua. That backhand roll from Monica Linn is a thing of beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, so effortless
and
as well.
Singsank knew it off the paddle there. Caught it topside. Point away from gold for Linn and Hua. And it is gold for Monica Linn and Sarah Hua in our Women's Open doubles division, and it was an emphatic victory for that tandem. Joe Hutzler, Pappas, and Singsank took home the top two medals in singles. They'll settle for the silver here. What an impressive display from Monica Linn and Sarah Hua.
It really was from the get-go. Obviously, we talked about Singsank and Pappas making some unforced errors that they're going to regret and want to work on. But credit to Linn and Hua for recognizing the areas that they could take advantage of, use that to get an lead early, and then continue to fight and be aggressive instead of take some chances here and there. They got the lead, they kept it, they trucked on through, and they're going to be on the top step over on our podium area.
Got to look back at some of the high points, and there were plenty of them for